If you want to sell out your webinar, challenges, workshops, then this video is for you. You know that webinars are some of the most effective way to get clients online, but they're only as good as the amount of people that you're going to get to attend. So this is why this video we're going to focus on how do we actually fill your webinars, challenges, or workshops full of your ideal clients, so then you can have a lot of sales. So I'm going to walk you through all these different strategies that you see here right now. If you don't know me, my name is Simone Vincenzi. I'm a webinar and presentation conversion expert. I delivered more than 2,000 presentations. Man, it's a bit crazy. Made a few millions, and I made every single mistake under the sun, and that's why I'm here to make sure that you save yourself hair loss and headache. Okay, that's why we are here today. As I mentioned in this video, I'm going to walk you through these different strategies to fill your webinars, challenges, workshops, you name it. You can use it to fill everything. And I'm going to also tell you some examples for each strategy as well as my favorites. In fact, I'm going to leave my favorite for last as you do. So I'm going to start with the first one. And if you want to fill your webinars, challenges, and workshop, the first thing to do, it doesn't matter if you have a big audience, a small audience, if you're starting out or you're established, start here. And this is the starting point. We want to send private invitations. Now, private invitations, they're often overlooked. And the reason why is because we try to be clever and we want to put our messages out there. We want to scale and we have social media and so on. That's fine. But actually, a very well-crafted private invitation at scale can be the best things that you can do. And the reason why it is because they are the one that receive the highest response rate. So in particular, if you have already a network, if you have people that you already know, if you have people that maybe you met at networking events, if you had potential clients that you told to, private invitations are one of the best ways to use. And in fact, anytime you run a webinar, anytime you run a challenge, I'll make a list of all the people to invite because they're also the more likely to buy. They're the more likely to show up. They're the more likely to buy. Why? Because you already have a relationship with them. Now, there is a different game where you can use private invitation at scale using cold outreach, where you can send thousands of private invitations. It works really well, but it's just a different game. So my recommendation, not going to the cold outreach right now, my recommendation is to start close to home. Connect people that you know already, send them an invitation, and let them know that you're doing a new webinar, a new challenge, a new workshop, and ask them, hey, I'm running this. I thought of you. Are you interested? Don't send them a link, please. Don't do that. Links are conversation closer. You want to open the conversation. So that's the first one. Then the second one is inviting past clients and past leads. Your best next clients are your previous clients or people that you already inquired about your services. So if you're not new to business and you already had other people inquiring about your services and maybe you had consultations with and they didn't buy, maybe you had clients that bought from you years ago, reach out to them, invite them to your next workshop, to your next webinar, to your next masterclass. Why? Because they know you already. And if they had a good experience with you, guess what? They're the more likely to register, to show up, and then to buy later on. So I'm a big fan of making a list and keeping track of my pipeline of past clients, potential clients, past leads. Everyone that we sent a proposal to that said no, everyone that registered for a previous webinar and said no, we invite them back to the next one, and you'll find already you have people there. And that works even if you're new and you don't have a big audience. You can see the strategies are very simple to use. Then we are moving to the third strategy, which is ask your network to share. I love this one, really love this one. In particular because you never know who your network is connected to. Well, let me tell you a story about this. I was working with a client that was running their very first webinar. So quite new to webinars, new to business, very new to webinars. And her goal was just to create and launch it. Like, just want to have a webinar. Even if 2 people attend, I'm good. And she works with dogs and she works with animals. So she asked a friend of hers, after we helped her create her webinar, she asked a friend of her to share the webinar that she was going to run, that she just created. And that friend actually was part of a group that had, I think, like 400,000 dog lovers. Like, it was a huge group. Now, what happened was that she got 400 registration her first webinar, 200 registrations her second. Now, she was fully booked of clients from beginning to end, and that was new to business and also new to webinars. Now, lesson and moral of the story is you never know who your network is connected to. So every time you run a webinar or a workshop, ask the people that you know, that you met, other people that you did business with, your past clients, people you have worked with. Ask them to share it. You never know where that webinar will land. And actually, just by doing that, you might sell out your webinar and you might find some incredible people, because actually they come from a trusted source, from a recommendation. So ask your network to share is another incredible strategy that I have. I want to go back actually a few points when talking about private invitation, because I forgot to share an example with you, so I'm jumping back a bit here. But private invitation, we worked with a client that he curates a private community of investors, and he didn't have a database, didn't have an email list, only had a lot of great connections. And so if you are the kind of person that has been building a network and you curated a very good tight network of people, maybe are also people that are very wealthy, private invitation works incredibly well. In fact, I think we made more than 30,000 euros the first webinar that we did with these clients, launching a private community of investors. We use private invitations also when we do webinars to raise funds for properties. If you're looking for investors as well, then we worked with a client, raised over $1 million in property deals from webinars, basically meeting people, invite them privately to the webinars that he does. So a private invitation, they go a long way, in particular if you curate your network and you have a very high level network, it works even better, right? So I wanted to say it, I forgot, so I said, let me go back to do it. Now let's go to the next one, which is an email list. If you already have an email list, if you already have a newsletter that you have curated over the years or maybe over the months, then this is a great asset. Also, it can be a great asset if you own an email list from another business that you own as well, or if you are connected with someone else who owns an email list. But let's start with your own. Now, there are a few scenarios here. Maybe you have built a mailing list and you have delivered content. A lot of the clients that we worked with, they have sometimes a small email list, sometimes a big one, but they're not used to selling to that email list or inviting them consistently to their webinars or workshops. So actually, even if your email list is a bit dead, this becomes a great way to reactivate your email list. We use the assets that you have. Let them know what you've planned. Let them know that you've worked on this webinar, on this workshop, or on this challenge, whatever you're running, and use your email list to invite them to your webinars. So that's another great one. Alongside the email list, it goes with another asset that you might have built, which is social media. Again, post it on social media. I love, in particular, asking people if they want the link. You might have seen on social media the posts like, hey, I'm planning to run a workshop or a webinar on this topic. Would you like the link? Comment below if yes. Reason why that works, it is because the more people comment, the more the algorithm will put it in front of other people. So instead of just putting a dead link through a webinar, which doesn't work as much, ask questions and then invite people to comment for the link. And then if you are zooming out, using social media can be a great way to continuously promote webinars if you're doing them consistently by integrating them in your content. So you write a piece of content that links to a topic that you're doing, and then on the PS there is always, hey, I'm running a workshop on this topic. Comment below if you want the link, or DM if you want the link. So then even if you're not in the middle of a big campaign or an active promotional campaign on social media, you can still get some great registrations there. So we talked about private invitation, past clients and lead, ask your network to share, email list, and social media. Now we are going with paid ads. Ooh, paid ads. I love it or hate it, paid ads are great only in certain conditions. In fact, I lost quite a lot of money on paid ads. I made some money with paid ads, but also lost some money. And the times where I lost money is where I didn't know my customer journey. I think that sometimes people think that I don't have an audience, let me use paid ads because then more people are going to see my message. Now, there is something really important to understand about paid ads and webinars. Paid ads work really well under two conditions. Condition number one, you already know your lifetime customer journey. You already know your numbers really well. You know how much can you spend to acquire a customer because you know the lifetime value of your customers. So you know that how much you can spend. So it's not a gamble. That's number one. Number two, works really well if you already have a webinar that converts incredibly well. Whether it's a webinar or a challenge or a workshop, you need to know your numbers and your conversion. It needs to be something proven. Otherwise, it's a gamble. And then you do like me, which loses more than 20,000 pounds on a campaign because I didn't prove it before. So before going on paid ads, then work on your conversion and your lifetime value of a customer. And then secondly, there is also one more thing on paid ads, which is paid ads work really well with automated webinars, not with live webinars. The cost per registration for live webinars and paid ads often are really, really high. That also depends on the industry. If you're in an industry where webinars are kind of new, which is not the coaching industry, the one I'm in, everyone knows what webinars are. But if you're in an industry where webinars are quite new, then it might work. The cost per registration might be lower, but you can actually end up paying $50, $100, $150 per registration, which for a lot of people, a lot of businesses, doesn't actually make sense. So if you're using paid ads, have them, I recommend to give them a giveaway or a PDF or something quick to consume to get their email address, and then the webinar is in the back end, right? The webinar is in the thank you page, not on the front page. You'll find that you'll get way more people opting into your email list. Now, then we go into LinkedIn events. Oh my God, I love LinkedIn events and LinkedIn invites. Now, if you have a business that is on LinkedIn, or if you're active on LinkedIn, or you have someone that you can find because of their job role, just by searching for the job role or for the role, whether it's a founder, entrepreneur, speaker, coach, manager, sales leader, HR director, whatever it's going to be, teacher, then LinkedIn is going to be a gold mine for you. Now, let me tell you, we run webinars where we have just 1,000 registration coming organically from a LinkedIn event just by sending invites. 1,000 people registering at no cost. Sometimes we had webinars with 600 registration, 400 registration. Sometimes webinars at 100 registration, 30, 40 at zero cost just by sending LinkedIn invites. And this is done using two strategies that go hand in hand together. Number one, you need to be active on LinkedIn for this to work. Number two, you need to build a good number of first level connections, and you can do that manually or with automations. In our program, we work on this strategy to build with automation a huge audience on LinkedIn that you can invite to LinkedIn events using private invites. And if you can crack that code, that's mind-blowing and game changer, because it means that you can always have people every single month that are registering and attending your webinars. So LinkedIn events and LinkedIn invites, don't sleep on it. There are ways to do it well, but if you understand how to use them, man, it's gonna be a game changer. And then I'll give you my last one, my favorite one. And my last one and favorite one is partnerships. So finding collaborations with other audiences where it's not me promoting the webinar, but I'm partnering up with another person, another organization, another group where they are bringing me in as an external speaker to deliver my webinar for them. Now, let me tell you a story. I was working with a client, Kristen. You can find actually the link of our interview that we did below. I'll make sure that is in the description of this video. And she is a relocation specialist. So she helps people from the US that are retired, that they want to relocate abroad sometimes to Europe or other area, to make sure that they relocate. So digital nomad, incredible person. And she sells a program to help people relocate effectively. Now, she partnered up with a magazine that talks about relocation. And one of the things that they did in partnership with this magazine is that they targeted their most active subscribers. Not the full magazine, but the most active subscribers. She delivered a webinar to their most active subscriber, sold their program, I think was about $6,000. On the webinar, in about 90 minutes, they made $70,000. Then there is a split. Don't remember what a split is. I imagine 50-50. So $35,000 for her, $35,000 for that magazine company. And definitely the revenue split can be different. But the reason why I love partnership is because it makes the webinar game never ending. Like, one of the biggest problems is that sometimes if you're not really good at building audiences, or you spend a lot of money building audiences, you'll have the first 2, 3, 4, 5 webinars, challenges, workshops that you're running with a lot of people, and then after the third one, the registration start declining. So you always need to keep up and building new audiences, and that's often why people stop using webinars or workshops or challenges. But if you always are in front of new audiences with the same presentation, with the same offer, then the business becomes infinitely scalable. That's how we make our money. I have now built over 54 different partnerships of people that bring me to their different groups. It took a few years to build it, but now we are oversubscribed and we're always ahead. We have more clients that we can deal with, which is a great, great place to be. And I want the same for you. And in fact, if you crack the partnership code, you will never run out of clients, because you will always be able to get your webinars in front of new audiences, your workshop in front of new audiences. And let's say that you don't do something exclusive with them, because there is a situation where you maybe don't do something exclusive with them, with your partners, but they promote one webinar that you're already doing. So now you might have 5 to 10 people that now they actively promote you. So one of the biggest shifts that I made was that instead of looking for clients, I'm looking for partners. Once you have a webinar that converts, once you have that one presentation that converts over and over and over again, then just finding new partnerships. And so my goal right now is to go around and find people that I can collaborate with, that can put me in front of their audiences, and then we create a win-win situation. That's how I keep reusing everything that I've created, and it becomes incredibly scalable and very easy to maintain, and doesn't require a lot of knowledge on any AI or a lot of advanced lead generation or creating, a lot of content on social media. I don't post too much on social media. All my clients come mainly from partnerships, and the more partnerships I have, the more money I make, and simple as that. So this is what we help our clients with. If this resonates with you, first of all, 2 things. One, make sure you use the strategy, and I'd love to know in the comments which strategy is your favorite. Which one are you going to use the most based on what you have? So which one is your favorite? Also, let me know if you would like me to expand another video on one of these strategies. Like if you want me to zoom in on the LinkedIn one or the partnership, let me know. I'll create a video for you. And then finally, the last thing, well, of course, subscribe and like. That goes without saying if you found value from this video. But then the last thing after you subscribed and you like is that if you would like to work together and make sure that we help you build and launch your high converting offer and webinar and get clients in 30 days. We have done it with over 600 clients. Then the Webinar Conversion Accelerator is the exact next step for you. So you can check the link in the description. There are the details there. You can join the waiting list and know where the next cohort is opening up. We work with 5 clients every single month to help them create and launch their webinar in 30 days. It's an incredible program. So just check it out, join the waiting list, and you will get more information there. That's it for me. I cannot wait to see you next video. And always remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.